A single case of New World Screwworm in Mexico recently prompted the United States to ban cattle imports. Now cases are popping up in larger numbers in neighboring Honduras and Guatemala. During a technical meeting in Orange Walk, BAHA's Managing Director Zoe Robinson-Zetina discussed the issue with Minister of Agriculture Jose Abelardo Mai.
First, I want to confirm that we do not have screwworm in Belize, and we are going through active surveillance to make sure that we know the health status of our country. In our surrounding countries, we pay attention specifically to Guatemala because they are the closest to us. And we know that Guatemala right now is reporting 26 cases. And the closest case to us is in the far western area of Petén. And in that region, they have only one reported case. The next closest to us is Honduras, and Honduras is reporting just over 70 cases. And we do believe that Honduras has been doing a really good job at maintaining or controlling the spread in that country.
When the New World Screwworm burrows into an animal's flesh, it can cause serious, often fatal damage. Studies show that the rise in reported cases is largely due to the illegal movement of cattle. Interestingly, Belize doesn't import animals, which adds a unique twist to the situation.
There are about 5 important things that you do to keep screwworm out or keep screwworm suppressed. And we did a checklist, those 5 things. The first one is education and awareness. Are we doing it? Yes. Are we doing it to the right people? Yes. Those that live on the periphery and the borders of the country from Guatemala. The second one is control points. Do not move animals from infected areas, or do not move animals if you suspect that they're sick. The third is treat wounds. Are we treating the wounds? Yes. We are telling the farmers now, you cannot have an animal being wounded on the farm and not treating it. You got to treat it. If there's no wounds, the fly cannot lay an egg. And if they can't lay an egg, then die. So there's no wounds, there's no flies. 3. The fourth one is report all cases quickly. Take samples and report all cases. And the last is the dispersal of sterile flies.
The New World Screwworm poses the greatest threat to the local cattle industry, which is now valued at $100 million, according to Minister Mai. The risk of Mexico and Guatemala banning the import of Belize's cattle is real. Minister Mai recently returned from a working trip to Mexico.
As a matter of fact, the Mexicans have been stopped from exporting cattle to the U.S. No, this is a serious matter, you know. Right? The USDA APHIS has banned Mexico from exporting cattle into the USA for one screwworm in Petén, southern part of Mexico. So this is how serious people look at the cattle industry. And the Mexican associations that represent 800,000 cattle farmers wrote to the Secretary of Agriculture telling him that asking him to ban us. And I said to them, we are the only country to have a program in place, because the Minister of Agriculture is a screwworm veteran. I know what it is. So we quickly moved to put our resources, and as a matter of fact, the resources that government has put towards screwworm control right now is more than what we get from the region. This is how serious government is looking at this.
Regarding the measures BAHA has put in place along the border, Managing Director Zetina mentioned that they've ramped up surveillance at both official and unofficial border points.
We are doing active surveillance, like I said, and we are strengthening our border points, both official and the unofficial. We know it's no secret that we have agriculture goods going through Halacte and through Bullet Tree. What is good for Belize is that we are not importing animals into Belize. It's exportation of animals that we do. But we are strengthening those 2 internal checkpoints for BAHA. We're manning them 24 hours, 7 days a week to ensure that there are in fact no animals coming into this country, and also for any vehicles that are passing through those points to ensure that they are free and clear of any material that could transport the pest.
Can BAHA monitor pastures that have been cleared illegally by Guatemalans that have incurred on Belizean land along the southern border?
As long as that property is on Belizean territory, then BAHA has jurisdiction to do surveillance, and we are doing that at this time.
The Ministry of Agriculture has already drafted an SI to quarantine a particular area in Belize wherever the New World Screwworm is detected, and the experts believe that it is only a matter of time before Belize reports its first case.
Worst case scenario, we have a case in Toledo. Plan, block off Toledo, control points in place, which we have already. We have the SI ready, we have everything ready. Block off Toledo, put the control place, 24 hours, quarantine officers, and work that area backwards to the border. Pump the area, saturate the area with sterile flies.
What's your response to the notion that is an inevitable?
It's more than likely true. It is spreading so rapidly through Central America that yes, we believe that it will be introduced in Belize. Like I said, it is people who are moving it. But people can move it through cattle, illegal movement, but they can also be bringing their pets with them, their pet dogs, cats, their pet birds. It can come on the people themselves as well.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.